Brand new trend. 4.0 is men elevating men. 4.0 is setting a new trend. 4.0, 4.0, 4.0. 4.0, 4.0, 4.0. 4.0, 4.0, 4.0. 4.0, 4.0, let's go. 4.0, let them hoes in the
go. Girl, your body moving slow-mo when me lift it up right. Girl, your body moving slow-mo when me lift it up right. Real bad man in a hole all night. Girl, you slow-mo. Yeah. Girl, your body moving slow-mo how me live it up right. Real bad man in your whole all night. Girl, you slow-mo how me live it up right. Real good body, girl, me live it up right. From the first time me see the girl, she say chubba done, give me raw cocky done. Me have to bend it over in the side of the bed, and me a beat it up bad. Your body moving slow-mo when me lift it up right. Real bad man in your whole all night, girl you slow-mo how me live it up right. Real bad man in she whole all night, yo. She say chubba done choke me out. She want a real bad man to fuck she out. Yeah, me have to do me thing mad. Me name Chubba done, and me from Trinidad. Your body moving slow. How me live it up right. Real bad man in your whole all night. Girl, you slow-mo. How me live it up right. Real bad man in your whole all night. Yeah. Give your body, girl. Give your body, girl. Give your money, girl. Give your body, girl. Give your money, girl. Give your body, girl. Give your body, girl. Girl, your body moving slow-mo. How me live it up right. Real bad man in your whole all night. Girl, you slow-mo.
Mic check. Select.com down. Perfect timing podcast. Select the one time. Perfect timing podcast with the blast coming live with the beats. Friday, free Friday, nothing like is free. Share the show, let them know. Perfect timing podcast is live. Let's go.
Slow-mo. Real bad man in your whole all night. Yeah.
Slow-mo. Let me live it all right. Freaking rich nigga, I can beat it all night. I'm sleeping at night. She ain't never seen a real thug in her life. I don't gotta teach her, shout they got it right. Pussy one farmer, kill him on sight. Do we have a problem? No, we don't fight. Run up on this father, you gon' lose your whole life. Have you ever loved on a nigga like me? He ain't never seen another looking like me. Can't nobody eat the pussy up like me. Can't nobody put it in your guts like me. Pull up on a nigga, let me harm you. You can suck on that and make the calm disappear. Riding daddy slow while I'm gripping on your heels. Anywhere I'm at, I'm like a lion, no fear. Louisiana nigga, Trinidad in the clip. Try me in, I bet I shoot my gun up in here. Room full of bosses, it's so fun up in here. Let the money fly, it's a lot of dollar bills.
Chubba dance, she want. Chubba dance, she need. Chubba dance, she want. Chubba dance, she need. Chubba dance, she want. Chubba dance, she need. Slow-mo, let me live it up right. Real bad man in a shit whole all night. Slow-mo, let me live it up right. Real bad man in a shit whole all night. Yeah. Chubba dance, she want. Chubba dance, she need. Chubba dance, she want. Chubba dance, she need. Chubba dance, she want. Chubba dance, she need. Chubba dance, she want. Girl, your body moving slow-mo. Let me live it up right. Real bad man in your belly all night. Slow-mo, slow-mo.
Slow-mo. Yeah, man, that's that boy Big Boogie music. It's your boy Perfect Timing Podcast was a blast in the building. Yeah, man, we back for another Free Fries Friday, man. Nothing in life is free. It's a Free Fries Friday. Let me know how I sound in the headphones. I'm in here playing with the audio equipment, mate. I'm in here playing with the good Rodecaster. Shout out to Rodecaster Pro, mate. Rodecaster microphone. Shout out to DJ Kuda. I'm so happy DJ Kuda been going live again. I don't subscribe to the content that DJ Kuda does, but I learned so much from DJ Kuda when I first started. You know, these guys, I created 5.0. I feel like DJ Kudo was talking about today. He said, I created all of these new content creators who are doing so great. Like, I learned so much when I came into the space. DJ Kudo was a very influential person on YouTube, a very intelligent Black man and content creator who knew a lot about the things I was struggling with as far as how to create podcasts, be a master of ceremony, the importance of proper equipment. And for a long time, I focused on, equipment. A long time I focused on a lot of different things. And DJ Kudo was like, I tell a lot of people about the microphones and everything, but you really need to focus on your character of who you are and your content. And at that time, I didn't go by perfect at that time. Now I went by Big D. I talked about that yesterday. And Perfect developed, the content developed, the character developed, the platform developed. And shout out to DJ Kudo, man. All those type of guys who help guys like me and are influential in our growth in the space, man, it means a lot, man. So thank you to that guy. He has a great live stream. It's great that there's a topic, there's something going on. There's not a positive thing going on, but there's some things with Austin Hollerman and the Passport Bros that DJ Kudo is very well versed on. He's a traveler, and like I said, intelligent, multiple languages. Like, that's a jack of all trades over there. You'll see him at the cigar lounge with a drink, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a jack of all trades. Very, very, I think we blessed to have that brother in the space, right? So this is a topic that he can speak intelligently on. I'm not a fan of the topic, right? I'm not a fan of the PUA. I don't oppose. I'm not against the Passport Bros. I think it's a great idea. I celebrate the Passport Bros. I celebrate the Passport Bros because I celebrate the ability for Black men to travel globally and be global citizens, right? And I know my grandfather and our great grandfathers didn't have that ability. So some of us are still alive as I talk about the baby boomers and the demographic shift. Some of us are still alive that was raised by slaves, and slavery really touched some of us. Some of y'all don't know a lot about slavery, right? Slavery didn't really touch you like that, but it touches you, but in a way where you don't really understand that it's touching you. You know what I'm saying? But slavery is most definitely touching you. And for me, for those individuals who travel, I celebrate the ability. It would be. I think a lot of these young men would fare better in their travels if they had a more historical complex and a more historical basis of what it means to be an African American Negro heterosexual male. The sexualization of that, the sexual exploit of that. We were so butt naked. You hear buck breaking, right? But there's another piece of it that's never talked about when they talk about toxic masculinity and feminism and these things that they discuss. They don't talk about how we were sexualized, and to this day, how basketball players have to wear the short shorts and things of that nature. So I think the young men who travel overseas, and I celebrate them traveling overseas, I think they would fare with some knowledge on the history of Blacks, the American Negro going to World War II, what happened to Emmett Till's father, how Emmett Till's father was killed for dating a non-Black woman in World War II, how we're treated as GIs overseas over the years. You know what I'm saying? Just to have a historical context before you travel. With a lot of men in this space, they talk about, going overseas to have women, and there's nothing wrong about that. I think, white men been going overseas to do all type of illicit sexual acts for years, right? So why is it that Black men can't participate and live in their life to the fullest? So I don't oppose the Passport Bros, but I think the American Negro was running into issues with traveling globally because of historical context, and especially the millennial and the zillennials and the Gen X's. Y'all are just dumb. The Gen X's is stupid as fuck. The millennials is stupid as fuck. So that they lack this historical context. They're walking around globally gallivanting around the world as if they're white men. and they're not white men. Look what happened to the best example of this is look what happened to oh shit. The best example of this is look what happened to Brittany. What's her name? The basketball player. If they would arrest her, an Olympian, like why do black men want to travel globally without that historical context? You know what I'm saying? You gotta do your history, man. Know and understand what you're up against as a black man, even outside of this country. And you got to move like that. You can't be. And then the problem is you got. That's why I don't like the conversation sometimes with the direction. I love DJ Kudu, but I don't like that topic because they were having an intelligent conversation today about how the PUAs misled. That was my whole thing about Fresh and Fit. I never liked Fresh and Fit or any of the PUAs. I never supported the PUAs. Just the other day, I was talking about the second conversation between Hafez and Just Pearly Things and how Hafez exposed Just Pearly Things as being a grifter here for entertainment, just like Obsidian. How Obsidian got exposed for being a grifter, just here for our entertainment. And Hafez was like, I understand that's what you do, but people should know that's what you do because I want to talk to people in this space, male and female. Because the red pill community has become oversaturated with men who just spend too much time pity partying about women when what needs to happen is a spirit of cooperation, as I spoke to you about with my wife. In order for us to move forward, like Hafez is saying, there needs to be heavy lifting, some internal work done on both sides, on the male and the female side. And it's not a racial thing because the divorce rates and the single parent rates are across the board in America. So this is something that men and women in Western society need to do. We need to learn how to cooperate. The first thing we need to do, and if women are more functional in 2023 going forward, if women have become, because of society and the matrix and the feminism and what we call the gynocracy have made women more functional, more operational, and they can't find partners to cooperate with, build corporations with, then maybe the women got to be the bigger men. Maybe the women got to put on the draws, you know what I'm saying? Because women have become masculine. Maybe the women got to be the bigger person. I don't think they emotionally and mentally have the ability to do so. This is the problem that we running into when we've put women in masculine positions. Now women have to be the bigger person. In order for us to proceed as human beings, as a civilization, demographically, all these nationalities are leaving, so women don't get it, but women gonna have to be concerned about men and men's ability to operate and function completely so that they can cooperate with you because you're functioning at a higher level than them. That's why you can't find anybody to cooperate with, to build cooperations with, because you're operating at a higher level than most men. And then men are so few who are operating functionally that they have their pick of the litter, so they don't choose to cooperate. This is the Kevin Samuels dilemma, where he talks about the high value men, where men are so high functional and ability to operate amongst men who don't, that they don't have to cooperate. So women are upset with Kevin Samuels and people who teach men who have reached this level of high operation functionality to not cooperate. Because in the current system, if you cooperate with a woman who's fully functional, she, in that cooperation, she's going to have more shares in the company. She's going to have more shares in the company. She's going to be CEO. And when the company dissolves, and all companies dissolve, you go into business to sell the business. She knows this. So in the dissolve of the company, in the divorce, she's going to end up with more. You're going to end up with less. So men who operate at a high level and function at a high, understand this, and they don't want to cooperate. It's simple to me. It's not complex to me. It's not complex to me. It takes cooperation. But on both sides, you have a multitude of women with the ability to operate at a high level. All the women are in the restaurant. All the women have money. All the women look good. All the women are prepared to eat a meal in the restaurant, but there's no one to sit at the table with them. The women now are saying, I'll sit at the table with a man who may not have as much money as me, but you need to have some money so that we can cooperate. You don't have to operate on the same level as me, but you have to be operating. Now we get it somewhere, ladies. We're going to have fun today, y'all. We're going to have a fun day today, man. We're going to have fun today. We're going to have a fun day today, man. Let's do our prayer. Let's do our prayer. I might play that song again. I like that song. Let's do our prayer. Let's get our prayer in. You know, we pray before. Like I've always taught you guys. Heads bowed, eyes closed. God, we come to you right now to give thanks and pray for intercession and interceding in today's live stream podcast message. It is humbly that we come to you, Father, because you have bestowed us with so many things. I have everything, Father, more than an abundance of what I need. As I do my research, Father, I see so much death and pestilence throughout the world, and it reminds me of my many blessings. I first, Father, humbly come to you filled with thanks. That's why I be so excited when it's my turn to just say what I want to say on the microphone. I want to scream, thank you. My appreciation and my excitement and my elation is because you've blessed me so with so many great abilities. It is so humbly that I request, but Father God, I never want to lose path of the narrow sight, that you bless and keep us on that narrow path. Protect us when the devil comes to test us. Prepare us for the test, Father. Every day, practice makes perfect, Father God. Thank you for all your blessings. I pray safe passage for those who love me, and I send love to them, and those who don't love me, I also send love to them also, Father God. I ask for forgiveness for my errors, and I forgive those who have erred against me. I ask all these blessings in your name. Amen. So we got the prayer, and we probably pray again before we get out of here. But so we got a good show today. We got a bunch of things we got to talk about today. Oh man, Free Fries Friday. Nothing in life is free. So many different. I got a bunch of tabs open, so I'm excited. Oh man, I don't know where to start today with all the different tabs I got open. You know, the other day I was gonna show a Instagram about a short. I'll just probably repost the short because I got so many shorts to post. But I like those shorts, but I think I'll repost that short about the I think that we need to double the amount of people that hate us. So we need to find more ways to piss off more people, right? So if anybody that is here that is having fun playing hating on the slusher, what I would suggest you do is you go get more people, because it'll be more fun. It's not fun to hate on me by yourself. You by yourself hating. You know what I'm saying? You got one person to hate with you to go back and forth. That's not fun, man. You need more people, man. We need to double our haters. So I just want to say right now to the people hate watching right now, fuck you and fuck your life. I just had to get that off my chest right now. Fuck YouTube and fuck the motherfuckers hate watching right now, and fuck your life. Right? Fuck the algorithm and fuck the motherfuckers who hate watch right now, and fuck the motherfuckers who don't support and half-ass support. I just really had to say that and get that off, and it makes me feel so much better. Oh, but thank you for showing up, y'all. The haters is never late. I'll be watching Kev Gills, and sometimes I see how I get to Kev, because Kev works so hard, and the hater will not. The hater can't wait to call in. Every time Kev Gills is going live and doing some real 5-star teaching, this motherfucker call in. Like, let me put my link in the chat, because it might be somebody that will give me the opportunity to get some shit off my chest. Let me put my link in the chat before I start, because it might be somebody that might give me the opportunity to fly their head, because you know it's so many pussies in the world right now, and I like pussy, so I just put that out there. If anybody from the beginning at any time, I'm gonna keep putting it out there. Anybody feel pussy, you can get fucked on the Perfect Timing podcast. And for sure, that's how I feel about it today. Every day, that's how I feel about it today. Every day, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how I got to be, man. That's just how I got to be. So today on Free Fries Friday, man, you know, Tracy, I know Tracy might be busy. I'm going live early, but all Deborah, Tracy, all my 5.0 sisters, my real 5.0 representatives. Tracy is like the only one who subscribed to my Rumble. Tracy and my wife is on my Rumble. I done posted my Rumble so many times. My Patreon, I don't have any Patreon subscribers yet. But, you know, Patreon costs money and people be single moms. So I understand it's $10 a month, but I understand. But the sooner I get more Patreon subscribers, and this is the thing where it's going to be something like people watch your phone, you watch what you watch, you're just going to make up your mind what you want to watch. You know what I'm saying? If you make up your mind that Perfect Timing Podcast is what you want to watch, and I know it is, right? I know it is, right? So subscribe to the Patreon, and then your boy could be in a different space. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, I'm probably always going to be like this because the energy on YouTube is as such. And I present myself this way because you guys don't know, but there's always snipers out there trying to get your boy Perfect Timing. So I'm always on my toes because anybody might be watching thinking like, oh, Perfect is being nice. Let me jump on the panel and fuck with him. No, I'm always slicing and dicing. I keep my sword with me. So any of you bitch ass YouTube content creators, stay in your, watch me incognito, stay quiet because I'm going to tear your bitch ass up if you ever come up on the panel. Facts. I outshine people on every panel I go on. On every panel I go on, I show up and I show out. I have it. I have the je sais quoi. I have the charisma. I came here to do this thing. That's who the fuck I am. So the link is in the chat for all the bitch ass motherfucker pussy who want to get fucked. But I know it's like Corey Holcomb. Like I've been this guy my whole life, 6'2", intelligent, loud. And you know, people always say the loudest person in the room is I've been this person my whole life. And it always, I just be quiet. I hear that shit, I just be quiet. Because I've been a leader my whole life. And there's always some little short pussy motherfucker that's talking about being quiet, Napoleon, and I'm powerful because I'm quiet. And fuck you. I ain't never seen it. Bitch ass nigga, this is some little nigga thinking he's somebody with a little man's complex. I've never had that complex. I don't have it. I don't come in the room trying to lead the room, but I've always been the leader at the end of the day. I need you to take them across the street. I've been in the back. I've been chilling because I don't want people to pick on me because I don't want to hurt nobody. So I'll be in the back. I wait. I'm the last person to receive. I'm cool. As long as I get mine, I don't got to get mine first. And it's always, I need you to walk them across the street. Well, I thought that short motherfucker was the leader. I thought that short motherfucker is so fucking quiet and smart. Why the fuck you need me to walk you across the street? See that short motherfucking bullshit that come from this human rights that I talked about yesterday. People think that they have certain inalienable rights. That came from God and religion if you believe in that bullshit. Well, you don't got no rights in the wild. And you needed a motherfucker like me when it's coming time to go chop lumber. When it's coming time. So it's always some short motherfucker that think he's smart to get somebody to manipulate. But it's a cold day in hell when the big nigga is intelligent. See, this has been my problem my whole life. Because I've always run into these short pussies who think they smart that can manipulate the big man to do work for them. Except I'm more intelligent. And I'm stronger and faster. And your bitch want to fuck me. So it's always been a problem. So I fought, but it made me tough. It made me better, smarter, more cunning than all of you. So fuck them. Fuck the short man. Fuck the tall man. When you perfect, every man has a problem with you. Every time I come into the room, new restaurant, I got my wife on my hand and niggas is holding they bitch. This is my life. It don't matter if I'm loud. This is what I don't like about you pussies and you short niggas. Oh, he's loud and he must not. No, nigga, it don't matter if I'm loud, nigga. Everywhere I go when I walk in, you feel a certain way. That's you. That's not me. I'm blessed, sanctified, holy, filled with the Holy Ghost. I don't have that feeling when I come in the room. I come in the room smiling. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy. I'm kissing my wife and my kid. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I come in the room smiling and happy, but it's something about my presence. It's something about my presence. I call it sucker repellent because oil and water don't mix. And what you guys should understand is the overwhelming amount of pussies and pussified ass motherfuckers on YouTube. That's why my shit be looking the way it look. Because 99%, that's why I don't go on the panels. 99% of the YouTube niggas is idiots and pussy. Tracy, I know you're gonna watch in the replay. I just wanted to tell you, man, we should be proud. Because so many people did our show yesterday. And I'm proud of you, Tracy, Deborah, everybody who fuck with me and rock out with me. So many people did our show yesterday. They doing it today and they don't do it as well. People are talking about the school shooting. They talked about the school shooting, but nobody presented the school shooting from the fact that mental health, that the 6-year-old boy was in a single parent home and that the gun belonged to a mother. These are all nuances left out by the mainstream media. This is why we exist. This is why we exist. The mainstream media has a staff. That person who presented that story on CNN yesterday, he has a staff. He has 6 people doing research, somebody preparing that read that he did. I'm doing all of this by myself with your support. Tracy 5.0. Mrs. Perfect Timing. Team Perfect. This why I'm doing this with y'all. I'm doing this because I've been called to do it. And this is what I've noticed with all of my podcasts. 3 people watching, right? 3 people watching, but it doesn't matter because God said if 3 is there, I'll be there. And you know what happens? God magnifies us. God magnifies us every time. Every time I say something, it's so prolific, it goes out. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's happening right now. What is happening, what matters is what God wants to happen. And what happens is the narrative changes because Perfect Timing is so prolific, so outspoken, so provocative that my message gets out there, gets under your skin, and you can't present it the same way. So I saw multiple Black content creators reporting a school shooting. After I reported it, in the same way I'm reporting it, you got to speak to the mental health now. You got to speak to the fact that it's a single mother now. You got to speak to the fact that she was supposed to be there, but you know what else nobody mentioned? That the boy was late for school, that the single mama was irresponsible. So I can't believe that the gun was locked up. The single mama was irresponsible. Now you might say there was a mitigating factors perfect that made her irresponsible. Like she had to go to work. Did she go to work? It's not being talked about. The other thing that wasn't presented, a lot of people presented it, but the altercation that ensued before the young man shot the teacher. It's like it made me think about on the Kanye issue, where Kanye kept saying, no one is concerned about why I'm upset. Why did the little boy bring a gun? Why did the little boy bring a gun? And the little boy didn't use the gun until the altercation. A mentally ill child, normally with his parents, first day without his parents, you accost him. First day without his parents, you accost him. I'm confused. So I saw a lot of people presenting that story. What else did we talk about yesterday? I saw people talk about shit. Oh, the reparations. San Francisco reparations. So I'm just very proud. Despite, I'm going to get me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cover up. Because God got the victory. God got the victory. Y'all can't have my joy. Y'all can't have my joy. I'm telling you right now, y'all can't have my joy. I got something for y'all. I got something for y'all. Y'all can't have my joy, man. Y'all can't have my joy. Fuck YouTube. Racist ass motherfuckers. I can't wait for YouTube to go down. And YouTube is going down. I can't wait for YouTube to go down. I got a story about these platforms too. I'm gonna do. The one thing I would say, Tracy, about the people, I seen a lot of people doing our show today, and the reason why I felt comfortable with going live again today and just keeping it going is because individuals doing my content, they don't have the intellect. So I'm hearing people do my content, right? And the conversations keep divulging into stupid shit. I heard somebody today talking about the reparations, right? They were talking about the reparations. The show I did, I live in San Francisco. This is a country broke motherfucker talking about reparations, right? And why should we spend money on reparations? And talking about we should spend the money on homeless. But Tracy, I did the show on the homeless where we did the math on how much money is actually spent on homelessness. Going back to Bill Clinton, he said, what if we spend $50 billion on the homeless? I just want to slap him through the TV because he was being racist. It was a black content creator. It was a white person on the panel with a black content creator, and it was just stupid. It was just the most idiotic thing. That content goes on. Like if I talk about something, they want to put some shit under my show and say conspiracy theory. But the white boy was able to lodge some idiotic bullshit about spending money on homelessness, as if he doesn't know homeless is an industry now. And the government has monetized homelessness since Bill Clinton in billions of dollars. He doesn't even know how much Biden allocated to homelessness. I did a story on the crack pipes. When I did the story on the crack pipes, that led to how much money Biden spends on homelessness. And it started going back to Clinton. It's been going on for 20 fucking years. But you stupid motherfuckers and you racist ass, and this motherfucking person who was black is not ADOS. So you have a lot of people like academics and non-ADOS niggas talking about ADOS talking points because reparations wouldn't even go to this nigga because he's not ADOS. He's not FBA, but yet he's talking about reparations with a racist, po-white trash Peckerwood. And he is saying that spending money on reparations would be stupid. But he follows it up with a stupid ass ignorant statement about it could be better spent on homelessness when in Sacramento right now, they wasted millions of dollars. They got tiny houses that are unfilled. Wasted money on warming shelters, wasted money on cooling shelters. They have allocated billions of dollars to homelessness. Going back to Bill Clinton in San Francisco right now, you get $600 a month for being homeless. We pay to be, and in the background, you see in the first story is about SNAP, so it's relatable to this issue. This world we living in right now, you guys, y'all got to pay attention, right? And I understand what's going on right now. They want to keep you guys, but it's not even that. It's like, I believe you guys want to stay stupid, so I believe you deserve to stay stupid, but there is a calling of God's people. There is a group of people. There is a narrow path, so I'm going to keep talking. Like, it reminds me of that movie when the end of the world came and do at the podcast, but nobody listened, but the government was listening because he was on that real shit. But all the people are so distracted. So as we talk about the child with the mental health, as we talk about reparations, as we talk about this idiot motherfucker talking about homelessness and putting money into homelessness when they pay you to be fucking homeless, the Republicans propose to repeal SNAP benefits to where you can't even buy fresh meat. This is the thing about I love DJ Cuda. I'm not opposed to the passport bros. But the amount of people that we have on welfare that would be affected by some of these policies and the things that I discuss on a daily basis, when we talk about reparations, when we talk about the mental health of young Black boys, the reading, the comprehension, the 3 R's. We're talking about SNAP benefits. SNAP is EBT food stamps. And the Republicans propose that SNAP be equivalent to WIC, where you can only buy wheat rice, no more white rice, and no more fresh meat. Who prepared for that? Who prepared for that? I got my Twitter up here. Twitter changes so fast. I had to here it is right here. Food prices. Let's take a look at it, party people. Perfect Time Podcast with the Blast. It's our first story of the day. And you know, no one does it like we do it. And like I said before, these stories have so much bearing in the Black community. And like, even if you're not on welfare, if you don't know what SNAP is, you got a little cousin that work at Walmart, this shit affects us, man. So while people be talking about the irreverent, I'm here to talk about Perfect Timing Podcast was created to discuss the undiscussable, those topics that people forget to talk about because they're so busy being fuckboys. And then when I talk about the things I talk about, then they remember, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be a content creator. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be a novice journalist, a investigative reporter. I'm supposed to be actually presenting things to my audience that's beneficial. I got to give them something. I can't give them candy all the time, but y'all like candy. Y'all addicted to the sweets. Because I watch these guys and nobody's delivering this shit. So how many people like, okay, so it's one state, it's just like legalized marijuana. And this is the thing you got to watch, especially if you're a single mom. In California and New York and California, and you know, you can make up to $100,000 and get food stamps because the cost of living is so much. Like Cardi B just did an Instagram where she said her food bill tripled. Cardi B said her food bill tripled. We just bought eggs. Northern California eggs, $7, lettuce, $7. Now they want to repeal SNAP and food stamp benefits for low-income people. Let's read the story. Food prices are so outrageous. Where are my glasses at? Food prices are so outrageous that we need universal SNAP benefits for all, but instead the people some elect represent rather ban fresh meat from SNAP benefits. This is the Axos Des Moines, Idaho. That's where this is on. The Republican conservatives put this on the legislature. The thing about it is, why I roasted them, those smart dumb niggas. You know, I've been talking about the smart dumb niggas. The smart dumb niggas, the one who had the white boy on there talking about putting money in the homelessness. They didn't know shit what the fuck he was talking about. The smart dumb niggas don't like being Black, don't like Black people, so they will say, "Yay, get rid of welfare." Yay, get rid of food stamps. When there's more white people who you love on food stamps and welfare, you smart dumb niggas. This affects white people, and they're doing it in Midwest and Idaho. Like, what did Dave Chappelle say? Iowa stands for the land of poor whites. That's what Dave Chappelle said. And we talking about Dave Chappelle. That's my naga. We talking about Dave Chappelle. He on the list today, and we celebrating Dave Chappelle today. He on the list today. Dave Chappelle, keep going, boy. Keep it up, Dave Chappelle. Everything you do, we support. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. Dave Chappelle doing his damn thing. Axos Des Moines, Idaho, right? No white grains. People can only purchase 100% wheat bread, brown rice, and 100% wheat pasta. No baked, refried, or chili beans. Woo! Now, why would they say that? Man, come on, man. I told you today gonna be a hell of a show. Share the show. You know, I'm not gonna share the show all the time because I share the show and it's too many trolls, man. I tried to contact Facebook, it didn't work. I tried to contact YouTube, it didn't work. It's so many racists on Reddit and Facebook, I can't even share my podcast. I share my podcast, then porno shows up in my chat. I tell YouTube don't do nothing about it, man. So, you know, it's kind of discouraging that I've done so much to grow the podcast and I'm unable to grow my audience because of haters and racists. So I have an audience of haters and racists. Y'all welcome, man. Come on in, all the haters and racists. Grab a seat, man. Roll up, get you a drink, man. This is the home for the haters and the racists, man. Have a seat. You hate black people, come on, have a sit down. You know what I'm saying? Come on. All the haters and the racists, this is the home for you right here because there's a big, strong, intelligent black man who could whoop your ass and out-debate you, so I know it makes you mad. I know it makes you mad. No, you guys would be surprised. We got a lot of Mexican MGTOW, Indian MGTOW that don't like blacks. So you would be surprised in the red pill community how fractured it is. But the one person that is never going to stop being on the bottom of the totem pole is the black man. No baked or refried chili beans. That's some cold shit. I wonder why they included no baked or refried. Isn't beans good for you? Beans, they make you fart. They're good for you. They're good for your lungs. They're good for your heart. Y'all remember that song? Beans, they make you fart. They're good for your lungs. They're good for your heart. People can purchase black, red, and pinto beans, right? The pinto beans is how you make the refried beans. I guess the refried beans got lard in them or something like that. This is supposed to be healthy, akin to WIC, right? No fresh meats. People can only purchase canned products like canned tuna or canned salmon. Which ones though? Because you know you got that, what's it called? The BP, if certain cheap cans got all the plastics and metal in it and shit like that. You know how much good tuna costs? I like tuna. My wife buy me tuna. Some tuna can cost $6 for a 33-cent can. Sustainably caught, no hook, in water, all the type of tuna that I buy. My boss was a tuna guy. He would order tuna online. One can would cost almost $20. They got some expensive tuna out there. That's not the tuna that they're talking about. They're telling you that you cannot buy fresh organic meats, right? I talked to you about human rights. This is getting at what if y'all could follow the train of thought, but I know because they keep interrupting the audience, but watch it in the replay. This is getting at the human rights. You think you have certain human rights. I told you if you believe in human rights, then you believe in angels, then you believe in mythos, because you might think you have a right to healthy food. That's what they told you. But they won't give you jobs. I'm going to talk about the jobs in a minute. This is all going to marry together. It's all coming together. The last couple of days, we talked about God. We talked about human rights. Now look what they're doing to you and your food and your ability to feed your family, but you got a right to life. No, you don't have a right to life, but you got a right to food. No, you don't got a right to food, but you got a right to water. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. And they telling you right here, right now, no fresh meats, canned tuna, that's going to cause cancer, mental disease. The kid ain't going to be able to read. They know exactly what this shit going to do. No fresh meats, no sliced cubed cheese, no sliced cubed or crumbled cheese. That's vitamin D. No American cheese, no cheese. So how do you get your dairy? I don't eat dairy. Black people don't drink dairy or milk. That shit'll kill you. We the only mammal who consumes another mammal's milk. No other mammal does that shit. What's next? The House subcommittee will consider the bill. So this is being presented, and this is just how it happened with the LGBT gay marriage. This is how it happened with marijuana. It starts in one state. They write the bill once. I said this on the Roger Report. We need to become more politically savvy and understand what happens and how the domino effect occurs in politics. I said they write the bill once. The reason we're having the same problems with legalized marijuana in every state that has come after Colorado and California, because they only wrote the bill one time. They write the bill once. Just when we got Kevin as a new Speaker of the House, they changed the rules to make the motherfucking Congress come in and do job. Actually debate over bills. Actually do the fucking job that you was hired to do as a fucking politician. And they bitching about it. They bitching about it. They want to stay home and make millions of dollars. Fuck, do your fucking job, man. They write the bill one time. This bill passes in Idaho. It goes to the next conservative Republican state. And so on and so forth. That's how shit gets done in American politics, man. I'd be so frustrated trying to teach niggas, man. I'm tired. Niggas don't appreciate me, man. I get so tired, man. I'm teaching niggas. Ain't nobody teaching niggas, man. Oh, man. Let's go to the next story. SNAP benefits going away. You heard it here first on the Perfect Timing podcast. SNAP benefits going away. SNAP EBT benefits going away. Yeah, they are, man. Yeah, they are, man. SNAP EBT benefits. Did y'all hear that shit? They want to turn the SNAP program. Now, when Trump was in office, man, there was some cold shit going on, man. When Trump was in office, do y'all remember? And I just, it was some of the stuff, like if you're going to be chaotic, if you're going to present an adversarial opinion, just be knowledgeable or else you're just a fucking dick, you know? Because if you're going to be adversarial, people could learn from the debate. We could grow from the debate if you come from the other side and you have real knowledge and you let the people on the panel who speak. But remember when that have knowledge, remember when one of his people talked about shutting down Head Start? Like we talked about shutting down. I'll say, so with this, so people listening in the replay and people listening, y'all got to understand what's happening with the demographic shift and the world changing. So they already been talking about for 10 years, because we got to go back even more to when Obama came in 2008, right? It's 23. So they've been talking about this through the whole Obama presidency, through the Trump presidency, of getting rid of the Department of Education. Because like this is what we should be talking about in this space. They've been talking about, when you think about this SNAP benefits, right? They've been talking about for 10 years getting rid of the Department of Education. When Trump guy was in there, and they have an excellent argument for it. It goes back to defund the police, and you thought defund the police was about protecting poor people, but it wasn't. It was about protecting the affluent people, freeing up more money for them. What happened in Oakland when they defunded the police is that blacks kept killing blacks in East Oakland, but the other areas where they took the money from the police, they were able to make them more beautiful and worth more money. Albany, Moraga, Berkeley, North Oakland. So all these other places, we've increased the value. It's better to live. So my child doesn't go to public school. The money that we put in the public school, we're not going to get it back. We would just, like that racist white person said, we would spend it on something else. We would spend it on something else. So just like they did in Oakland and Portland, where they defunded the police, took $14 million from the police is suffering in LA and all these places. They didn't give the money. They put the money where they wanted the money. They spent the money in affluent communities on museums and different things. Now, the people who don't like black people will say, hey, that's great for the people who live in that neighborhood. Their property value is going up, but the chief of police is out here crying because people are dying. You get rid of the Department of Education, then it may free up more money for tax breaks for the rich, because I'm going to send my kids to private school. We all have to pay to send our kids to college. We get rid of the public college system. We get rid of the Department of Education. We're going to have to do some of these things going forward in this new world. When we lose China, when we lose a lot of these countries, we lose a lot of these trade partners, we're going to have to be more insulated as a country. So we have to cut back on all the things we gave to our citizens. You may have to educate your own children. It's going to still be a great country. It's still going to be schools. Right now, my son need Kumar. The public school is not getting it done. Even now, the public school is not getting it done. I need to go to Kumon. That's an extra additional Montessori school. It's an extra additional added cost. So when people argue, get rid of the Department of Education, get rid of SNAP, and during the Trump administration, he said, get rid of Head Start, because you guys argued. Y'all know who I mean when I say you guys. You guys said that these poor, impoverished, low-income children would do better with the warm meal. Head Start has been around for 20 years, and the numbers in the education of these young, low-income, y'all know I almost said it, these young, low-income individuals hasn't improved. In fact, it's gone down. So he said, how can you argue that we continue to spend the money? And he said how much money we spend on Head Start. Y'all, we need to cut back. Right now, we're talking about defaulting on the budget. $34 trillion deficit, California in the deficit. He trying to cut back during Trump time. We got to get rid of some of this stuff that all the Democrats and liberals want to keep giving. What is Head Start doing? We didn't always have Head Start. I didn't have Head Start as a kid. My daddy didn't have Head Start. That's new. Head Start is the undergird single motherhood. SNAP is the undergird single motherhood. So when they say we got to get rid of SNAP, and then they change the law in Kentucky to be 50-50 default for child, it's because we can't afford the gynocracy that undergirded women's elevation. They're going to take the rug right from underneath. You're going to need a husband again. All these things that undergirded the gynocracy, that undergirded single mothers, that allow women to say, I don't need no man and all this bullshit. Well, what happens when they all go away? Kicking the ballistics today, y'all. Kicking the ballistics today. My baby just ordered me some shoes. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody doing good. We off to a fantastic start. We just started off with the new announcement from SNAP. They cutting back SNAP benefits. Well, they're proposing it in the Idaho caucus. Similar to they're just simply proposing the $5 million reparations. It hasn't even gotten a meeting, or it's not going to appropriations committee or any of that stuff. So it's just a discussion at this point. But that if you pay attention to politics, we need to pay attention. This is our country, man. You need to be involved. You could be calling your congressman. You could be calling your supervisor. You could be involved in the process now. I don't know if y'all know that. You can be involved. You don't have to wait to vote. You can be involved now. Buying a home makes you a constituent, paying property taxes. You could own in a business. You can be involved if you truly. Ooh, perfect timing. You be spitting that shit, boy. You be spitting that shit, boy. That's why I came, man. That's why I came, man. So SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits. So let's go. Let's stay there. I got some funny shit to talk about, right? I'm gonna talk about the stupid shit. I think I got one more serious. Let's stay there. Let's stay there. Let's stay there. Now keep in mind what we've been discussing so far. This is a tweet. Keep in mind what we've been discussing so far. Can y'all read that tweet? I got my glasses on so I can read the tweet. Keep in mind what we've been discussing so far with the SNAP benefits and everything I've been talking about this week. The homelessness, the idiot who was talking about homelessness, this lack of intelligence, the reparations, the mental health child who shot a teacher who was living in a single parent home. Do y'all understand how all of this is affected by finance? This is all a financial thing that we're dealing with. Oh, perfect. That wasn't finances. That was finances. This was the first week that we was not able to be with our son in class. Those parents was with the son every day. How could the parents maintain employment in the America that we live in that forces you to pay to live? Think about the concepts. It's a very precarious situation they put us in 2023. It was so many things you had to extrapolate from that article. So I'm so glad I did my show. The fact that it was a single mother. Because from the CNN report, you probably thought that the dad had owned the gun and the mother and the father were married. But if you read closely enough, then you could figure out that the mother and the father were separated and the child that got the gun from the mother. But what you didn't talk about, OG, is that they actually did see the gun in the backpack. I don't know why they gave the backpack back. They searched the boy backpack because the boy came into school late and they saw a gun in the bag, but somehow they let the boy walk around with the gun. Boy never should have came into school. Boy came in late. Why did the boy come in late? I proposed the boy was late and everything transpired because of financial reasons. The reason why the parents wasn't with him, the reason why the boy came in late, the reason why the boy's having mental issues. I got nephews and nieces. We all got these little bad boys, ADD, ADHD. What did Umar Johnson say? Umar Johnson said ADD is no daddy at home syndrome. Umar Johnson could help this young lady, but so many black men in our sector, like the jigaboo, smart, dumb niggas that I was talking about earlier, poo-poo Umar Johnson. Poo-poo Umar Johnson. Hey, to all you niggas who hate Umar Johnson, not one charge has been filed against him. And none of you, and you've had the time, have acquired a PhD. In the time period that you know good, crab in the bucket, down south ass niggas been hating on Umar Johnson, you could acquire a PhD and did what he said he wanted to do. But none of you niggas did. You've been talking shit about Umar Johnson for 10 years. You could have acquired your own PhD, which he has. You could have acquired a psychiatrist, which he has. You could have been a principal, which he has done. None of the things that he has done can be debunked. You could have did all of those things, but you didn't do them. And now come to find out, Umar Johnson is saying that after all this time trying to get this school together, he been getting ripped off by black contractors. I remember before the school, he would talk to black mothers like this mother, and he would act. Do you know Umar Johnson would not only talk to black mothers like this mother, the child who shot, but he would go to the school. He's the first person that taught me about an IEP. A lot of us didn't know what an IEP was until Umar Johnson came. Just for that right there, all of the black men who have something negative to say about Umar Johnson could jump off a motherfucking cliff. I mean that shit, man. I can't stand you dumbass niggas. Like, how many of you know about the IEP before Umar Johnson? You didn't. You didn't know about it. I'm gonna have to reschedule that call I got coming in. Umar Johnson, if we would have done collaborative cooperation, elevate Umar Johnson. Like, I guess I should Umar been doing this for 10 years with no help. I guess I should just I'm glad God led me to Umar Johnson because that's gonna help me with my understanding of the way my platform is moving. Umar Johnson, if we would have worked collaborative, and yeah, Umar Johnson maybe would have benefited from a mentor. I don't think Umar Johnson was opposed to having a mentor. There just was no mentors available. The baby boomers were a piece of shit. And then my generation, which is above Umar Johnson, like, we didn't get what we needed from the baby boomers to put me in a position to be a leader for Umar. We don't ever talk about it. Umar is my little brother. Umar would be my little brother. Umar could benefit so much from my knowledge. But that's gone. It's gone. I'm 50. He need to be listening to me on the marriage, the 2Y, all the bullshit he's done. He need to be listening to me. But that's a product of the baby boomers. And if we would have been collaboratively cooperating and had the ability to lift up Umar and create a community of individuals like Umar to do the things he was doing, because ever since Umar came out, I don't know anyone else who provided that service to Black women. Umar went from state to state, yes, making money, collecting money, doing his thing, right? Because that's what we do. White men do it. He went from state to state, making money, collecting money, doing his thing. But what you didn't know is that everywhere he had a full audience of Black mothers dealing with IEP, dealing with mental health, special ed, being a child being suspended in school, and this woman knowing they got a good child, that she raised them good. And Umar Johnson would talk to the women about the process of the school and why the school was doing what they was doing and how the school benefits from your Black boy being in special ed, no daddy at home syndrome. That's what Umar Johnson got. That's what the things I respected about him so much. And y'all niggas poo-pooed him so bad. And no one, this is the thing about the Black crab in the barrel. Who did you have to fill the void? As you said, Umar Johnson was a grifter and all that. Did you go to school and get your PhD? Did you become a psychologist to fill a void, to talk to the Black mothers about what's actually happening in the unified school system? Did you do that? Did you do that? I don't think you did that. You talked a whole hell of a lot of shit about Umar Johnson. And now Umar Johnson, now we got a 6-year-old who shot a teacher. When if we would have created a network around him and circled around him, and my phone just died. If we would have created a network around him and circled around him, there would have been somebody to support this Black woman beyond herself, because it takes a village. She might have been inclined to speak with Umar Johnson. At this point, after Me Too and the crab in the barrel ass niggers talking about Umar and a conscious stripper, probably might have apprehension. She might think he's not a real PhD. Y'all remember Roland Martin? How the Blacks acted on Roland Martin? Roland Martin never said anything again. Roland Martin hasn't interviewed him again. Interview him again. Roland, talk about the school. Talk about him having to hire white contractors to get the school up and running. How Blacks ripped them off. Talk about your experiences with Black contractors, Roland. Talk about the void that would be left if Umar Johnson wasn't doing Umar Johnson. Because while you niggas been hating on Umar Johnson, no one has become Umar Johnson. So we got a 6-year-old shooting a teacher. We got SNAP benefits going away. And what I got right here that goes along with the whole theme is Google was trending #1 today. Google's trending #1 today. I'm saying, why is Google trending #1 today? Google trended #1 today because they joined a long list of social media companies that take all of our time, that control the mood of your daughters and your wives, and they laying off 12,000 fucking people. That's a whole hell of a lot of people, y'all. Y'all remember in the pandemic when they talked about companies with 50 people and they showed the list of how many companies you thought were big companies but had less than 50 employees? It's a lot of big companies that you might shop and participate with that come under 200 employees, that come under 50 employees and qualify for small business loans. They are laying off. Let's go down the list, man. That's because y'all live in these, they put these numbers out with, man, I want to be a millionaire and I need 6 figures and I want a high value, man, all this shit. You really don't understand how an employee is a lot. If you have a company with 1 employee, anybody with a small business in the chat, put your hand up. You got a small business with just got 1 employee to understand all the legal things that come along, let alone have an employee in motherfucking California. Are multiple employees in California? Businesses go out of business try to have employees in California. It's a liability to have an employee in California. Do y'all even understand business? And they laid off 12,000 Wow. Google at the top of the list. 12,000 today. Microsoft right under Google. Richest company, richest man. Ain't Microsoft Apple, y'all? 10,000 employees laid off. Meta. Wait, Amazon. 12,000, 10,000. Amazon is 18,000. Why Amazon ain't the top? My son, I don't know. My son might got laid off. How many of y'all got 20-year-olds working at Amazon? All the 20-year-old blacks is at Amazon. Man, why we don't talk about real issues? All the 20-year-old blacks is at Amazon. This is all black. Where these kids gonna go? $18,000 Amazon. Meta, that's Facebook, 11,000. Twitter, 4,000. Salesforce, 8,000. Twitter's in San Francisco, Salesforce in San Francisco, Amazon, big hubs in California. This gonna hit California hard, y'all. This gonna hit California hard because all these jobs in California, 200,000 laid off in tech since the beginning of 2022, and for no reason other than everyone else is doing it to boost bottom line stocks. This gonna hit California hard. It's gonna hit California hard. So I know the people paying attention and saying, damn, this man really is laying this shit out. This man really is laying this shit out. Reparations, ignorant white trash don't want us to get reparations. SNAP, they don't want us to get fresh meat, food, everybody to have food. Homelessness, ignorant motherfuckers don't even know how much money that homelessness has turned into a boondoggle, monetized with millions of people. Where the rich is making money off of homelessness by selling homes for $500,000, putting homeless people in them in Los Angeles. You don't know how many billions have been spent on homelessness, and now you got 200,000 layoffs in tech, where all the money and the power is centralized. I'm gonna say that again: 200,000 jobs laid off in tech, where all the money and power is centralized. These are the people with the money, y'all. These are the people funding the DNC. These are the people with money in the bank, with money in their coffers. These are the people. I got stocks. All my stocks be going down, fluctuating, Bitcoin, everything. These people making money. And 200,000 jobs. These jobs ain't coming back either. And you can't get on welfare because they're getting rid of welfare. Just so you know. It's some cold shit, right? It's a cold game. It's a cold game. So let's get into some stupid shit. I got some stupid shit. Y'all want to do P. Diddy or Blueface? Let's do P. Diddy because P. Diddy is quick. Let's do P. Diddy. It's money, music, and sports. It's money, music, and sports, so you know. So this is P. Diddy girlfriend, Young Miami, doing an interview with Trina.
You like it? I just week. Freak of the week, huh? So you say take a shot. You not take. You say take a shot. Oh, we need a shot.
I take a shot.
You like go to shower?
I do.
But like peeing on you.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just do stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, one more thing. I need something a little. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had a golden shower.
I did.
Did you? I've never had a golden shower. Like I've given one. Oh, is that the same thing as squirting or?
Yeah, they say that. I don't know, but I don't had to go to shower and I like.
I give them. Mm-hmm. Golden shower. But I've
Fair use, fair use. Back to the video. This is Young Miami, P. Diddy girlfriend, talking about the type of fun they like to have. Grown folk shit. Supposed to be YouTube. We supposed to be able to do grown folk shit, but not if you're black. Let's go.
I've never experienced that. I'm all about trying new things though. Go to the shower.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you drunk and you just
And they just peeing all over your body.
you just like, you know, pee in your butt, pee in your pussy. I don't know.
And then y'all still have sex after?
it depends. Like, you can pee on me in the shower. You can pee on me like once you come. Like, it just depends. I can't say it.
You got to.
It say take a shot if you like golden showers. I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
You do? Freak. Freak of the week. Huh? So you say take a shot. You say take a shot. Oh, we need a shot.
I take a shot.
You like golden shower?
I do.
But like peeing on you.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just do something.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, one more thing. I need something a little. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had a golden shower.
I did.
Did you? I've never had a golden shower. Like I've given one. Oh, is that the same thing as squirting or?
Yeah, they say that. I don't know, but I don't had a golden shower and I like.
I give them. Golden shower. But I've never experienced that. I'm all about trying new things though. Golden shower.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you drunk and you just
and they just peeing all over your body.
You just like, you know, pee in your butt, pee in your pussy. I don't know.
And then y'all still have sex after?
Oh my God, Katrina from my generation, she said you still have sex after she's
I can't say it.
You got to.
Oh my God. And you still have sex after? And then she switched it up and said, no, in the shower. Oh, you nasty, nasty dog. You nasty, nasty dog. Heifers, man. Heifers, for real, man. Nasty, nasty dog. All right. That was funny. All right. I got one more story and get up out of here. Did I do this one already? I think I did all of those. Okay, this the last. Oh, no, you didn't do Dave Chappelle yet. Let's do Dave Chappelle real quick. I almost forgot Dave. I said we was going to talk about Dave. Dave is trending because Dave went on a trip to Africa. This is a beautiful video. Let's check out this beautiful video. Fair use again. Fair use is in full effect. Perfect Timing Podcast with the blast. Fair use is in full effect. You know, Dave Chappelle went out to Ghana, and he's trending right now. He went out there for the Black Star Festival, and he went out there with Black Star. Yasin Bey, Mos Def, and Talib Kweli in Ghana, hosted by Chance the Rapper. Had a dope conversation, did some comedy. You know, they do the hip-hop Black Star. You know what I'm saying? So it was a fire event, but it was a media circus and the media storm surrounding the event. Now we're going to watch a beautiful video, but let me tell you about, unfortunately, why Dave Chappelle is not trending because of this beautiful video and the trip to Ghana. Dave Chappelle was trending because liberal Democrats have taken over the globe. Shit. That's why it's so important that we had these talks. Liberal Democrats have taken over the globe. And now, even in Ghana, Dave Chappelle is on the chopping block. Even in Ghana, Dave Chappelle is on the chopping block. And it's like, I don't know how many people knew cancel culture was that extensive. I didn't know cancel culture was that extensive to where Dave Chappelle would be met with a media circus in Ghana. But I think there's a different type of media, you know, because in the UK, influenced by the UK because these are colonies, you know, these people are heavily influenced by European colonization. So in the UK, the sensationalism of the tabloids is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? The tabloids with what's her name? You know, salute, Big Daddy Beard Gaming. The tabloids is a big thing in the UK. So Dave Chappelle goes over here for the Black Star Conference. He's with Black Star. It seems perfect, right? Black Star, Dave Chappelle with Black Star, historic hip-hop group. Yasin Bey just left Africa. Yasin Bey, Mos Def was in Africa for like 3 years on a global passport, but he good now, back in New York, now back in Africa with Dave and Ghana. Chance the Rapper hosting, and a media circus explodes. When I thought Dave Chappelle, I thought we had moved on. Dave Chappelle, Teflon Don, shout out to Dave Chappelle. Honestly, when I saw that they were ridiculing him, I thought it was about the Saturday Night Live. And in the last conversation he did about Jews and all the jokes he did about Jews on SNL. And everybody was upset about the Jewish jokes that he did on SNL. But it wasn't about the SNL skit. So he's in Ghana just recently, and everybody in Ghana is upset about the comedy, his last comedy hour special on Netflix, and saying that he's homophobic. Now, this is quite alarming to me because a lot of things have been happening with Tory Lanez, Alec Baldwin. If you guys are not paying attention closely, we're gonna get caught up in the Me Too era again, because Dave Chappelle has moved on. America has moved on. I mean, he's done another controversial comedy skit since then. He's moved on from sex to race, right? He's focusing on supporting Kanye West, talking about the Jews and how the Jewish community has affected him. And here he is, he goes to Ghana. Ghana wants to bring him all the way back to Me Too and homophobia. I guess Ghana has legislation about outlawing gender identification and all this. And I don't know what that has to do with Dave Chappelle, but Ghana is dealing with some cultural identity issues right now. And for some reason, they're using Dave Chappelle, black reporters, black people, using Dave Chappelle as a way to bring up issues that don't have anything to do with Dave Chappelle. He told you in the thing that one of his best friends is a white trans woman. He doesn't have a problem with gay or trans people, nor do I. He was making a point about blackness. The skits were about blackness and how trans people can use whiteness when they want to and use trans when they want to, and blacks can't ever use nothing. That's what it was about. By default, us being black puts us at the bottom, but you utilize trans and whiteness at any given time to weaponize that shit against me. So I thought we actually had grown. I thought as a country, we had grown from the Dave Chappelle skit. Oh, man, living good, feeling good. How you doing, man? I know you out there taking care of business, Big Daddy Beard Gaming. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. I thought we had grown as a people. I thought we had grown from the Dave Chappelle and understood how much Dave Chappelle was not homophobic. So many people that came out and said it was misunderstood and that Dave Chappelle was speaking about an actual relationship with one of his best friends who was a trans woman, and something bad happened to them. This was a growth for Dave Chappelle. It was supposed to be growth for the country. And the last thing it was homophobic. it wouldn't still be up on Netflix. But some people still sensitive about the last Dave Chappelle special. And he had to be a deal with Rich Rial and Attack on this beautiful trip to Ghana. And it's pretty sick because it was us who did it. Now I'm going to play this video after I gave that background. This video, you won't hear much about what I discussed. And that's probably good. I just want us to look at the beauty. Look at how in awe Dave Chappelle is with everything he experienced, how invigorated, how life is blessing him at this time. You know, envision yourself in Ghana being blessed. All of us right now, envision the Ghana mindset, envision us with this same look. It's almost like as a child when he's looking out the window. Imagine going to Africa as an American Negro. Even though I believe I'm indigenous, my people are how I got here. Everybody originally from Africa. So just imagine having that feeling, man, like a child. A Christmas morning when you get off the plane in Africa. I could just think about how Richard Pryor spoke about it. And look at how Dave Chappelle was looking out the window. He looked like President Bush during Katrina. So somber, man. It's like, so I pray we all have that chance, and we will. I'm gonna put it in the air that we have the experience and the opportunity to visit Africa and to have that same experience. I think it's something needed for our DNA. You know how certain fish, when they get in certain waters, they do certain things, and they never been in that water in their stream before. And how it's explained is it's in their DNA. Once they get to this water and stream, and they've never been in this water and stream, because of DNA, because of epigenetics, the fish knows what to do. It feels a certain way, it acts a certain way. That's what's happening for Dave. Let's check out this fire video. Fair use, full effect. Purpose Hour podcast with the blast on your ass. Let's go.
It takes many people a lifetime to make this one journey. Any single son or daughter that comes from the legacy of Africans who left these shores, anytime one individual makes it back here, it has defied the odds.
Oh, let's go.
To our family reunion. Make some noise for your American family that came home to see you. And Americans, make some noise for your African fathers and mothers. Tonight is a very special night. Everyone bear witness. Tonight we were all together. We were all peaceful. We were all happy. We were all respected.
And that's powerful, man. Your American brothers are here to have fun with you. Your African brothers are here to have fun with you. Everybody had fun. Everybody was respected. You see the beauty in that moment. You see the beauty in that video. You couldn't tell the difference with who was American black, who was African black. Everybody was just black and beautiful. Smiles, positivity, growth, connections. So much happened there. And what you hear from American blacks is that Dave Chappelle is negative. Dave Chappelle is homophobic. Ghana didn't want Dave Chappelle there. I don't see that in that video. I don't see a Ghana who was unhappy with Dave Chappelle and the American blacks. I saw Ghanaians, I saw Americans. If you want to put black on it as a moniker, both enjoying themselves, having an intelligent conversation. That was Chance the Rapper who led a conversation that included Dave Chappelle. I saw Sway. I told you Black Star was there. Yasin Bey, Mos Def, and Talib Kweli. The event was called Black Star. Look it up. Black Star in Ghana. It wasn't about liberal, democratic talking points. It wasn't about another soundbite for Joe Biden. It wasn't about another soundbite to put the screws in black men and tell us that we're homophobic when we're not homophobic. It wasn't about any of those things. It wasn't for you to get clicks. If anything, you was going to show Comedy Hype. You should have showed what I just showed. Comedy Hype is the channel that showed Dave Chappelle being homophobic. But Comedy Hype didn't show what Dave Chappelle just said. As a 50-year-old man, Dave Chappelle said, give me your attention. Look at your American brothers who came here. Americans, look at your African brothers who came here. We all were respected. Comedy Hype, you didn't talk about that. You didn't talk about the beauty in those pictures. Let me play it while I kick my shit. You didn't talk about the beauty in those pictures. You didn't talk about how Dave Chappelle was smoking a cigarette on the airplane. You didn't talk about how Dave Chappelle is smoking a cigarette on the airplane. You didn't talk about the reverence that he had for the land, for the people, the connection he felt, the joy. Instead, we go right for the clicks what Facebook has taught us and what Facebook do. Facebook lay off 10,000. We do with Facebook, but you know, this is not the model of social media in China. The social media algorithm doesn't support negativity in China. You have to do some scientific project that could be beneficial to Chinese people in order to go viral on TikTok. The algorithm here is different. When Chinese were asked about the algorithm in America being like that, they said, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. Negativity rules the airways in America. So Comedy Hype, which is a black YouTube channel who deals with black comedy focused on some past cancel culture. Vic Mensa. We got We got Vic Mensa. We got Sway, Talib Kweli. It looked like some more Michael Blackson. Who else is there, man? Y'all might need to help me out with the names of some of these other people because I don't recognize everybody. Look at how happy Dave Chappelle is. Remember everything we watched Dave Chappelle go through? And now he's elated to be in Ghana. Why is this not the cover story, Comedy Hype? Why couldn't this be the picture that you show? Why couldn't American blacks see this joy, this thing that you can't take away? This is what I want. I want to feel like this. I want my brothers to feel like this. Why you got to focus on and say something that's negative when it's not negative? If Dave Chappelle comedy special was homophobic, Comedy Hype, it wouldn't be on Netflix. He survived the cancel culture that you're trying to promote, and you said was dominant in Ghana. But I don't see that culture dominant in Ghana in this video.
Always for African fathers and mothers. Tonight is a very special night. Everyone bear witness. Tonight we were all together. We were all peaceful. We were all happy. We were all respected.
We were all together. We were all peaceful. We were all respected. That's big, man. That's big, man. But that's not the headline, but it's a reason why you come here. It's a reason why you come here, because I do things a little bit different. I'm different. Ooh, I'm different. Pull up to the scene with my rolling mission. Pull up to the scene with my mission. Pull up to the scene with my rolling mission. Pull up to the scene. Ooh, I'm different. Ooh, I'm different. Pull up to the scene with this. Let me say. 2 Chainz. When he was on his run, boy. When he was on his run, boy. Man, you remember girl Shonda, the one that had a Honda? Good head on her. You could learn a lot from her. Constantly on my mind. Baby, are you feeling me and feeling you? Feeling me, feeling you. When I met her, I changed all her address. We said not the name, but the address. Now where she lived, but where she dressed. On to the next progression. I live, what'd he say? He said, one that has sex in, one to sleep in, one that has sex in. I'm getting married, Ben Franklin, my best man. I'm gonna play that. She got 2 cell phones, she got all the numbers. Feeling me, I'm feeling you. Constantly on my mind. Baby, are you feeling me? I'm feeling you. When I met her, I made her change all her statements. When I met her, I made her change all her statements. But where she lived, not how she dressed, but where she lived, on to the next one, progression. Man, I gotta play that. But we got another I got another story. Cause I said I had some more stupid shit. Cause it's money, music, and sports. It's the MMS show. It's money, music, and sports. So we got P. Diddy. Anybody in here like to do golden showers? Like, I didn't even ask that. I should have put that in the chat. Have you ever did a golden shower? Like, we got that whole thing about R. Kelly, and now Young Miami comes out and she says she like golden showers. It's a term for it. And then people talked about R. Kelly like it was something so perverted about R. Kelly doing a golden shower. I see P, I move. She saw P, she stayed. I see P, I move. She saw P, she stayed. And why I gotta miss out on the next R. Kelly album for that? Huey, remember when we was little and we used to sleep in the bed together? Time and time, I would have a little accident. You still do. Will I be charged for that? So now a young man across the world gonna be charged for wetting the bed? I see P, I move. She see P, she stay. I was supposed to take some medicine. Mr. Perfect Tommy told me to take that Mucinex. Oh man. That's Boondocks. I watched that episode ever since the R. Kelly shit. That's what, because of the first season. And he said, stop all that dancing. Oh man. That's R. Kelly. Season 1 of the Boondocks. Oddly enough, the show aged extremely well. It's like over almost, what is it, 15 years ago? I mean, it aged so when R. Kelly gets out of a stretch navigator with a mask on at my hotel, y'all remember R. Kelly with Cassidy, and that nigga he was wearing the Batman mask. That nigga was on the cover of Vibe with the Batman mask. This nigga got out of the car, a cartoon version of R. Kelly with a mask on. The whole trial, R. Kelly had a mask on. It's one of the best. It's one of the best. I mean, you got to go to Thug and Love. You got to go to Thug and Love. You got to go to Gangstalicious. And Gangstalicious is Mos Def. Man, Mos Def is such a great, prolific actor. Gangstalicious, played by Mos Def. The Boondocks, you got Samuel L. Jackson, rest in peace, Pops. Man, the boys are played by is it not Felicia Rashad? What's baby girl from Boys in the Hood? She make movies now. She made that movie. It's turned out to be a gay movie with the black people who won the Oscar. Oh boy, what's his name? The singer from Kanye West. He helped produce the movie. They having another baby, as a matter of fact. What's that light-skinned nigga name? Put his name in the chat. He married to the model. They about to have another baby. The model, the weird one who was doing all the weird shit on Twitter, talking about pizzas and shit. John Legend. And what's baby girl name from Boys in the Hood who make the movies? I forget. Regina King. Thank you. Regina King. That's her. So here we go. We got Blueface. Blueface is trending. Blueface has been trending. So okay, Blueface got a new show. Blueface got Christina Rock. Baby, did you see her tooth thing? She got the same thing I got. My front teeth. I got my front teeth pulled. If y'all really watch the show and you watch my shorts, you'll see me sometime. I don't have my teeth in. I got my front teeth pulled because I got beat up by a girl when I was 16. And my front tooth is broken. Christina Rock, Two-Face, Blueface. I said Two-Face. We should call the nigga Two-Face. That's hella funny. Ooh, that's a name. That's his new name. That's a 5.0 original. This nigga name is Two-Face from now on. Put it in the chat. Hashtag Two-Face. That's funny as fuck. That is funny as fuck. So Christina Rock, she got y'all know she had the Gap, but they got a video of Blueface putting in her. He bought her a tooth, and it looked just like my flipper for my front teeth. So I put this little plastic thing in, and I got front teeth, right? And she has a similar thing because she got that Gap. But if you guys see her lately, you'll see her, and it looked like she got teeth in the front. She got a flipper. That's what I got. I got a flipper with my front teeth. Got replaced because I got beat up by a girl. I think Christina Rock got beat up by a boy. It's a cold world out there. It's a cold world out there. Of course, she said she liked me. And, you know, she was light skinned with big titties. It's a theme in my life with women with light skin with big titties and bad shit. You think I would learn to not fuck with the light skinned big titty bitches? You know what I'm saying? But it's a hell of a yeah, man. A theme with these no good heifers, man. A theme with these no good heifers, man. No good, man. So Blueface is trending. He has a new show. I think it's called Christina in Love. He beat up his mama. He beat up his brother. The girlfriend beat up the sister. He beat up the sister and her sister boyfriend just yesterday. The show was an absolute train wreck, but it's fucking TV gold. You know what I'm saying? I haven't watched the show. I didn't even know he had a TV show. That's how old I am. I'm really an old nigga, man. 50 years old. So I didn't even know Blueface had a TV show. I knew about the little girl, but I didn't know they had a TV show. I knew he had a Bad Girls Club, but now he got a real TV show, and the TV show is popping. It's on episode 5, season 1. His no good hot thing mama on there. Y'all got to see this shit, smoking weed, getting in the fight. Y'all got to see how these young men are produced. Like Angry Man, I don't watch Angry Man anymore because I don't, not that I have anything against Angry Man. It's just I needed to do separation because motherfuckers be stealing. But I think Angry Man, it would be great for Angry Man and I to do a panel on the Blueface show, because it's so many things that we discuss intelligently and we discuss to hopefully educate our sons about come up in this show, and the mathematics behind these young men who are gang members, who are unable to handle confrontation, problem solving. You see the mathematics behind Christian Rock when you see her parents and her brothers and siblings. And then when you look at Blueface and you see Blueface's mother, then you see the mathematics behind why these young men act the way they act. You see what produced them. This is what Angry Man and I could really talk to, and then use these clips from the show and show examples of what, and then I think it should scare some individuals who happen to be these women right now. If presented properly by Angry Man, by perfect timing, take a look at what this young man is going through. He's tried to medicate himself with the alcohol and the drugs, and this psychosis was produced by the mom, and the mom is still exhibiting the same behavior that created this young man. Look at what this young lady is going through. This young lady is allowing herself to be abused by a mentally abused young man. This young man is broken. The mother is here broken. We see a manifestation of her brokenness. Nameless could use this as a model for his talk on epigenetics. This would be perfect as a case study. Roger, Nameless, Angry Man, this would be a great case study on epigenetics and single mothers and the young gang members that we have out here. The Soldier Boy-esque character with tattoos on their face. The young ladies who are promiscuous with the inability to choose properly. So much can be extrapolated from this show. Y'all think, like, I'm 50, so I'm not going to watch the show for entertainment. I'm not going to watch the show for entertainment, but man, I would love to use this as a case study for my son and watch it with some intelligent men in this sector and chop up and bring out some points we've been talking about for years. It's an amazing thing now. Shout out to DJ Kuda again. Shout out to Angry Man. Some of the things that we've discussed and brought forth are now, like, Angry Man has been doing some shorts, getting a lot of numbers with shorts, because, and in a lot of the shorts, he doesn't even have to talk, because if you've watched him over the years, he's predicted and spoken and manifested these things that are now appearing to where all he has to do, like Tommy Sotomayor, like a Maury, on who daddy is it, Maury was never going to run out. Angry Man will never run out of video examples. Tommy Sotomayor never ran out of video examples of the she beast, the T-1000, of the Strag, whatever it is. Angry Man will never run out of examples, and this is where we've come to in this sector. So but remember what I said about Hafez, because with this show, with the Blueface show, it's not just about how Angry Man has predicted the outcome of the repercussions of single mothers and the Strag, right? But it's also the men that are produced and the men who support the strag. Angry Man has said so many times, don't talk to that strag, don't support the strag. But Blueface and Christian Rock exist because black men still are supporting the strag. Blueface mama is attractive, highly attractive. And I don't know how many men in this sector would turn her down for being the strag that she is and creating the strag youth that she created. Would you still smash? She's attractive. Would you still smash? I don't know if I got a video of her, but she's attractive. For a black woman that age, she don't got no stomach. I don't know if she didn't have the surgery, but even without that, she's an attractive woman. But a bona fide strag, with a strag product, would you tell her no? Would you take on like Boyce Twatkins? Would you take on this charge that isn't yours? This is what we could extrapolate from the show. It's so much to learn. It's so much to learn. It's a case study for so much that we've talked about. Boyce Twatkins. This is a video that's viral right now. $1.9 million views. Now think about how we started the show. We started the show talking about mental health. We're going to end the show talking about mental health. Ain't it something like, you remember I spent a whole 6 months on mental health and psychology because I figured out our problem is mental health. That's what Hafez was saying. It's a mental health crisis for men and women in Western society. And in this space, we do too much finger pointing at the women. And while we're spending 90% of our time finger pointing at the women, we're not doing the work on ourselves. That's why Perfect Timing Podcast was always about the journey to a pathos for men. It was about father power. That's my hashtag. That's what I created. Father power. What father power means to the mother, to the daughter, to the sister, to the husband, to the son. Father power. An example for my son, an example for men, a path, a direction for men, a path, a direction for boys, to manhood, to leadership, to perfection, to fatherhood, to kingship. Not about, on that path, you understand the purpose and responsibility of life and what family is about. So it does not never negate the woman on this path. We talk about the woman often on this path, but it's a journey for men. It's a journey of a pathos. It's a journey to the top of the mountain. 5.0 was a race to the top. TOP 5.0 was the brothers that won't stop like me. 5.0 was the brothers that got it locked, get free. 5.0 was a race to the top of the mountain. Why is it a race to the top of the mountain and not a race to the end of the block, to the stop sign? Well, in a race to the stop sign, you got first, second, and third. You got winners and you got losers. But in a race to the top of the mountain, like Dave Chappelle said, we all here. We all had a good time. We all respected. We at the top of the mountain. We all sharing the victory. See, there was a lie when they told us it had to be a first, second, and third. Martin Luther King preached about top of the mountain. Perfect Timing preached to you about top of the mountain. They gonna tell you it gotta be a first, second, and third in capitalistic European senses because they want to be first because they cannot beat us at basketball, football, fucking, lucking, tucking, strucking, and mucking. Nothing. So they need to be first, second, and third. But I beg to differ. What I've said to the 5.0, what I've said to my Perfect Timing podcast team, Perfect, is that this is a race to the mountain. And I said, thank you to individuals who've joined me to run the race, to run this bitch up. Because at the end of the race, we all are at the top of the mountain. Every mod, Tracy, everybody supported Mrs. Perfect Timing. We all at the top of the mountain at the end. Just like in that Dave Chappelle video, there is no first. There is simply because I'm the motherfucker on the microphone. That don't mean I'm first. Joe Budden just added 2 more people to the podcast. It's not fun with just one person. Anybody that's a 5.0 representative can join the panel and make this thing that we need to make this thing. We get to it's everybody at the top of the mountain. This is what capitalism has pushed against. Capitalism has sold you individualism. Capitalism said, no, it's a race to the stop sign, Perfect. No, it's not a race to the stop sign. It's a Tour de France. It's just like that. It's a Tour de France. And that sometimes I'm in the front, and sometimes you're in the front, and my inertia pulls you, and your inertia pulls me, and you motivate you, and I motivate me. And it's a Tour de France. It's a team ride up a mountain. It's a glorious ride, but it's grueling. At times, it's over days, it's miles, it's uphill the whole way. Damn, Perfect. I think I would have rather raced you to the stop sign because I didn't realize racing you to the top of the mountain would be uphill the whole time. That's why I can't get nobody to run with me. That's why I can't get nobody to run with me. Everybody is easier to come in first. But see, this what I offer, this race to the top of the mountain, is an uphill climb. That's why I need you to be ship-shape. That's why I trouble the water, because it's an uphill climb. Y'all understand what the, come on, man. Y'all, I need y'all, man. I love y'all. I need y'all to understand what this is, man. It's an uphill climb. A race to the top of the mountain sound good because I'm a preacher. I'm pastoral. I make it sound good. That's my gift. That's my talent. But I am asking you to go uphill your entire life. I'm asking you to understand that your life as a race is an uphill race, son. If we understood that, and that it came with pain, that it came with agony, that it came with suffering, that it came with loss, because it's an uphill race. When Nipsey said the marathon continue, could you imagine that it was up a mountain? Have you seen a marathon? You assume the marathon is going around in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. That's not a marathon, that's a rat race. That's not a marathon. That's a rat race. That's a rat race. That's not a marathon. A marathon is going to have obstacles, puddles. It may be raining when you're running. It may be flooding. It may be an earthquake when you're running. And it's uphill, son. Welfare, SNAP, EBT, it's trying to make the race a level playing field. Fuck at a level playing field. A level playing field gonna make you a level motherfucker. We need a level playing field. Well, I didn't have a level playing field, so I'm better. I didn't have a level playing field, so I'm better. I'm better than my peers. I'm better than my competition. If I go on your panel, I outshine you because I didn't have a level playing field. I had an uphill row. It was upstream. I had to swim upstream. And it makes you strong. Haven't you ever heard that before? Practice makes perfect. I had to swim upstream. I was a fat, loud motherfucker. My whole life, I was a fat, smart, loud, inquisitive motherfucker. I was upstream on your bitch ass. So now I'm here in your ass. And it was nothing I asked for. I didn't ask to be fat. I didn't ask to be 6 foot tall. I didn't ask to be inquisitive and intelligent. I was born a Leo. I was born under this sun. I was born under this moon. I was born with this epigenetics. So fuck you. And I will take yours. And I will get in your shit. From this uphill battle I've lived. Fuck a level playing field. I'm shitting on niggas who had a level playing field. Fuck you and your level playing field. This is what Blueface grew up with. Mama buying them Jordans. Still join the gang. Still shoot people, beat people up. Mama buying them diamond teeth. Mama buying them diamond chains. Mama buying them cars. Mama buying them motorcycles. A level playing field, growing up in LA, going to casting calls, being in commercials as a little kid, getting a little spot on Nickelodeon, being a rapper, making $1 million. A level playing field. What did it make, bro? Is this a man? What did it make, bro? Guess what the level playing field produced? Snap, EBT, Head Start. Why do they? Well, we need Head Start perfect. Why do we need Head Start? We need a level playing field. Well, we need Snap perfect. We need EBT. We need a level playing field. We need single mothers. We need to help single mothers. Don't you want to help single mothers to have a level playing field? What has it created? It created a shit show. This level playing field is a shit show. Everybody got a trophy. The bitch, play the video. Play the video.
She off that Hennessy, man.
Take her outside. Nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk, like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the fucking fire.
No. No,
I gotta take you. I gotta take you.
Come here. He come here, bro. What are you like? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Blue, what are you doing that for?
Josh, don't worry. Whatever it is, me and you would. It's good. Hey, Josh, how's the camera? How's the TV? Is it good?
That's gonna be
viral. She off that Hennessy, man.
Take her outside. Nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk, like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the fucking fire.
No. No,
I gotta take you. I gotta take you.
Come here. He come here, bro. What are you like? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Blue, what are you?
She's an adult, bro. These are not children. Did you hear her? This is a mentally ill person. Anybody ever deal with a kid with a temper tantrum? You deal with a kid with these ADD kids, the ADHD kids. These are adults over the age of 21. This boy worth millions of dollars. This is arrested development. This is arrested development. She sounds like a mentally ill child. I said it was Soulja Boy. I said it was Chris Brown. Who said, remember Boonk Gang? You don't see Boonk Gang anymore. He changed his name. His name is John Gabbana. And he said, I had mental illness. I've had it since I was a child. And when I smoke weed and drink, I act out and do these things. Now I'm clean. I don't act out anymore. I'm vegan. John Gabbana, he boxes. He does celebrity boxing. And he doesn't do the drugs anymore. I think he might smoke some weed, but he don't do the alcohol and all the pills and stuff. So he's not acting in that erratic fashion anymore. And he said, I had a mental health problem. John Gabbana Boom, gang said I had a mental health problem. All of these kids on the syrup, on the pills, on the alcohol, they all suffer from ADHD. They all have mental health problems and issues. They running around with guns off of Percocet to medicate themselves. They uppers and downers, and they have guns, and they don't know how to deal with their emotions when they're off these drugs. Do you see how this young lady sounded and how she acts? She acts like a 6-year-old throwing a temper tantrum. And again, no problem solving, problem resolution skills. Blue, why are you doing this? She's not faking. This is not me making fun of either one of them. She's not faking. She's serious. She's crying. She's hurt like a child. Her mind is in arrested development. Anybody intelligent in the chat, how old do y'all think she is mentally if she had a psych evaluation? We talk a lot about, people dealing with, people who are not the appropriate age. We don't ever talk about the mental age. I guess because there's a lot of smart, dumb niggas in this space. So we don't talk about, complex topics. But in my purview and the things I've studied and dealt with, an individual has a mental age when you go through a psych evaluation. I know we don't talk about that. So you could be having sex with someone who's of legal age, but mentally, oh man, this is some complex stuff I'm getting into. I don't know if I want to talk about this because it's not fake, YouTube is full of so much bullshit. YouTube is full of so much fake shit. So this is not a fake concept. This is like legally, medically, scientifically, in a psych eval. And human beings have a mental age. You see it in black boys. Not just this girl, back to Hafez's point. We have to work on black men and black women. You see it in black boys, arrested development. A big boy, 15 years old, 6 foot tall, looks like a man. Looks like a man, but doesn't have the ability to deal with conflict, problem solve, authority, starts to whine, cry, hyperly violent, volatile. Because when the boy's father left at 6, 7, 8 years old, the boy mental health stagnated. The boy physically continued to grow, but the mental capacity of the child stagnated. Ask me how I know. 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 They booked me at the adult jail. I was a child. I was 13, but I was so big they were scared. They booked me at the adult jail to scare me. They took me back to juvenile hall, but they didn't have processing and facilities big enough to book me at juvenile hall because everybody there was the size of a child and I was the size of a man. So even though I was 13, they booked me at the adult jail. Scared me, stripped me naked. Not in a sexual way, but because that was part of the process. I didn't know I was 13. That was part of the process. Not at juvenile hall, they didn't do that to you. But in adult jail, they do that to you. All right, everybody, nobody talking when I'm talking, so shut the fuck up. Lift up your balls, get back your dick. Y'all remember that on America's Most Wanted? The beginning of the Ice Cube first album, Solo? That shit was scary. First day in prison. All right, nobody talking when I'm talking, so shut the fuck up. Bend over, call. Lift up your balls, get back your dick. Everybody in a line, all black men. One white man telling everybody black to do this. Bend over, open your butt cheeks and cough. Lift up your balls, skid back your dick, because we're going to search you butt naked every morning. God damn, I'm glad y'all set it off. Used to be hard, now you just went soft. Listen to this, man. If you ever worked with kids with problems and psychology, you could hear certain things in the voice. It's kind of eerie. I don't know who people thought this was scary. 1 million views, almost 2 million views. It's kind of scary if you listen to the tone of her voice.
Josh, don't worry. Whatever it is, me and you would. It's good. Hey, Josh, how's the camera? How's the TV? Is it good?
That's gonna be
broke. She off that Hennessy, man.
Take her outside. There's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk. Like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the fucking fire.
No. No, Kim.
I gotta take you. I gotta take you.
He come here, bro. What are you like? Why are you doing that?
She can't even see. If you notice, like a child, when a child's throwing a temper tantrum, she doesn't even know who she's talking to or what she's saying. Did y'all notice that? She doesn't know who Blueface is. She doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know who she is.
He come here, bro. What are you like? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Blue, what are you doing that for?
Josh, don't worry. Whatever it is, me and you would. It's good. Hey, Josh, how's the camera? How's the TV? Is it good?
That's gonna be
broke.
It's some sad shit. That looked like a 6-year-old kicking her feet up in the air, calling Blue like that's her boyfriend, not her daddy. She's grabbing at a picture of him on the screen. She thought him on the television was him. If you notice what took place, she was grabbing at that screen that poster had. That was a television screen of the interview that had Blueface on it. She was trying to grab that, thinking that was Blueface. Blueface is back looking at her like she's crazy. She don't even know where Blueface is. The whole time she's incoherent. How did she get there, bro? How are you that drunk in public? This is a mental child. This is a mental child. Mentally, a child should not be drinking. She cannot handle alcohol. She cannot handle the fame, the pressure. This is a mental child. Look at how she acted out. Everyone in this video is a child. Sharp is acting like a child. Sharp is trying to remain a P, but it's childish at this point. Everything needs to be shut down. And I'm checking this young nigga and I'm checking this bitch. This is my show. Don't show up here out of pocket, Sharp. It's like showing up to the track like this. She can't get no money on a track like this. This show is my track. You showing up here out of pocket. And you sitting here trying to remain a certain a manner of decorum is foolish at this point because you look foolish. I am calling you out on that, Sharp. From Lakeview, from Frisco 41510. This some sucker shit right here. You cannot remain a P when some shit like this is happening. The only P thing to do at this point in time is to check this shit at the door. You check both of them because this is your operation. This is your show. And you brought this motherfucker here out of pocket. So I'm checking you and checking this motherfucker because you don't know how to check her. Because if you had some motherfucking ruling over your progression, she wouldn't be acting like this in your presence. And now she acting like this in my presence. You out of pocket, Sharp. You out of pocket because you the oldest. This is a lack of leadership. It's a failure on your end. It's a lack of leadership because motherfuckers think that the definition of P or being a man is congratulating him, escorting the girl out. But the real ism was checking it at the door. You don't show up to work like that. That's out of pocket, Sharp. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't argue with me, son. You don't show up like that, man. You don't show up like that, man. You slipping, man. You can't show up to work like that, man. What work is getting done? To see, the interview didn't happen, and she the draw. Blueface ain't the draw. You really want her on there with Blueface. It's a package deal. This is no jumper. This is a great interview for you. The show going good. They doing big numbers. Krishan Rock got a new single, and y'all show up drunk. It's a slap in the face, Sharp. Yeah, you might get this viral moment, but I would have had a talk with Lil Homie. And both of them. Just like Sway on some bass shit. Sway checked Kanye West on air right then. Sway checked Kanye West on air. Not after the interview, and Sway is professional. Sway could have checked him after the interview. I'm sure he's checked many a motherfucker after an interview. Sway checked Kanye right there. And that's the part you missed, Sharp. That's the part you.
She off that Hennessy, man.
Take her outside. There's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk. Like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the fucking fire.
No. No,
I gotta take you. I gotta take you.
Come here. He come here, bro. When you like, why are you doing that?
She's saying, come here to the TV. She's saying, come here to the TV. She's saying, come here to the TV. I think that's the last story I got, but that's a great show. That's a great show. 2 hours, two beat their ass in 2 hours. Y'all know we be doing 4 hours and shit. Beat their ass in 2 hours. I want to see that Dave Chappelle one more time, man. I want to see that Dave Chappelle one more time. So we did the Blueface. We did the P. Diddy. Literally P and everybody. Snap, they trying to cut back the Snap. Twitter laid off 12,000, but I didn't know about the 18,000 being laid off at Amazon. You got to ask your kids if they got a job right now, boy. Come on, man. That's some cold shit. You know what I didn't bring up? Cobra Kai, last season of Cobra Kai. I mean, who grew up? I was just talking about the Karate Kid. I was talking about Paint the Fence, wax on, wax off. And it was a big deal for us growing up. That story of the bully. You know, that was a single parent story. Ralph Macchio was a single parent. It's not really focused on in the movie, but you know, in the black version of the Karate Kid, it is focused on that Jaden's mom is a single mother. But in the original Karate Kid, he was a single parent kid. That's why he was able to spend so much time with Mr. Miyagi. And that movie meant a lot for the kids of the 80s who were new to the latchkey kid, new to the single parent life. This was new in America, where they allowed women to operate homes by themselves. And it left a lot of boys without guidance. It wasn't a good thing. It's so fucking funny that they did that. They let women operate and be head of households and made women go to work. Like, what the fuck that they thought was going to happen to the kids, y'all? What the fuck did they think was going to happen to the kids? But Mr. Miyagi, Daniel-san taught us a lot. Wax on, wax off. And how to stand up for yourself. Y'all remember the Halloween costume where he went to the party in the first movie with the shower outfit? I remember that shit, man. The Cobra Kai, and then I love that the TV show that came back was man, fuck. I don't even know why it's down there. I love the TV show that came back was Cobra Kai. I love that they revisited masculinity. And it's funny that they're ending the show in the 6th season and we're seeing Me Too kick up again because I believe we need Cobra Kai. You can't even say the brother's name, right? The kickboxer that they've arrested. Joe Budden is a feminist and a liberal Democratic fuck. You know, Joe Budden, you don't have any ground to stand on to talk about the kickboxer, right? If you guys remember, Joe Budden, you're gonna make Tahiri do a meme about your bitch ass and how physically abusive you were. And she's always maintained that you were physically abusive. So why would you want to talk about the kickboxer in that vein? And even in that token, your best friend had to check you and say, people say the same thing about you. Some of the things that the kickboxer was doing and talking to young boys about is needed. Ish was right. And he said, every day I defend you because the same things they're saying about him, people say about you. And I defended you for 20 years, Joe Budden. Who the fuck are you to talk about this kickboxer? And men need masculinity now. There is a lot to be said about the Cobra Kai. I mean, it's so much that they didn't just bring back the Karate Kid, that they brought back Cobra Kai. Because what Cobra Kai means, it means what Jordan Peterson talks about, that the man should be a monster. A man is a monster. You don't want, the key to being a good man is to be able to tame the monster. That's what Kung Fu, Cobra Kai, Karate Kid, the Miyagi universe is all about. That's why I love they brought back Cobra Kai, because you don't lose the instinct to kill. You need to learn how to control it. Because as a man, you can't, if you're a weak man, you can't be strong, but a strong man knows how to be weak at when he needs to be weak, but a weak man can never be strong. You know, Karate Kid learned a lot from Cobra Kai. So I didn't watch the 6th season, so I know Big Daddy Beer Game in the house. I know some of my guys like that who watch stuff like that could really help me and speak to, you know, the actual 6 seasons of Cobra Kai, and that was the spinoff from the Karate Kid. That was a TV series with all the original actors too. So, you know, it was an 80s style-esque type of show. So I don't know why it's ending, but, you know, I could imagine that with the kickboxer and Me Too kicking up, that any show that promotes masculinity, you know, goes away. I can see people spinning Cobra Kai into being toxically masculine, despite what they might do with the show, who they might include in the show. You know, I can see them spinning Cobra Kai, but it's been 6 seasons. It's been doing well, but, you know, the ending Cobra Kai is sad. You know, I want my son to grow up with Cobra Kai and Karate Kid. The images of, hey, what's up, Tracy? 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. With the images of the Karate Kid, you know, I would love that. They had the female Karate Kid, you know, my daughter too. So I would love her to have that heroine story, you know, so. I was tight when Jaden did the Karate Kid, so it's somber that I announced that, you know, Cobra Kai is going away. Sweep the leg! Sweep the leg! Sweep the leg! Let's take a look at this Dave Chappelle one more time.
It takes many people a lifetime to make this one journey. Any single son or daughter that comes from the legacy of Africans who left these shores, anytime one individual makes it back here, it has defied the odds.
Over there to go.
Welcome to our family reunion. Make some noise for your American family that came home to see you. And Americans, make some noise for your African fathers and mothers. Tonight is a very special night. Everyone bear witness. Tonight we were all together. We were all peaceful. We were all happy. We were all respected.